Get ready for Friday Night Football on WECT with Zach Solon. Sponsored by Corning Credit Union Mortgage and Hardee's.
As we turn the calendar to September, the high school football season really comes into focus. The cool weather tonight is a sign that we're getting closer to fall as we learn more about these teams heading into our Labor Day weekend. Another slate of non-conference matchups tonight with some state powerhouses squaring off. Let's start with our game of the night. An historic evening at Wallace Rose Hill because it's the first time the Bulldogs and Vikings have ever faced off on the gridiron. We're going to pick this one up in the first quarter. Bulldogs forced to punt deep in their own territory. It's a high punt. Receiver doesn't wave for a fair catch, so it's fair game. Jalen Frederick with the hit. That pops the ball loose, and there's a scramble for it, recovered by Wallace Rose Hill. Working with nice field position after that. Check out this great pass right here. Reed Page to Irving Brown, who shakes loose and eventually gets around everybody to find himself in the end zone. The Dogs strike first. Hoggard now seeking an answer, and they find it right here with running back Javion Joseph Fontaine. He gets so close all the way to the goal line, but thinks he's in. He's ruled just short. Fontaine would punch it in anyway. The Vikings answer. Special teams really on display in the first half. Right there, Hoggard pressures the punter, and it's blocked in the arms of Jermaine Armour. Vikings would have no problem running in the sneak for their second score. Crowd loves it. Wallace looking to regroup, and they do it with this nice pass play. Reed finds a receiver down the sideline, and he goes picking up. Look at that. Big chunks of yardage right there on a Friday night. That's going to set up another play right here, a run option for Corbin Kerr, and he would get over the goal line to finish the drive with a touchdown. The final score in this one, Hoggard comes back to win 27-18. Vikings get on the win column for the first time this year. Wallace falls to 0-3 for the first time in forever. They'll play at Pender next week. Now let's head to Wilmington, and the only game in the Port City tonight, New Hanover's home opener against Northside Jacksonville. Wildcats coming off a bye week and a week 1 loss. First quarter, fourth down, Hanover goes for it. That's Caleb Robles hitting Nathan LaRose to move the chains. A few plays later, and it's running back Mason Shan punching in for the TD. That's 6-0 Cats. Northside driving now, and they're going to look to pass. And on this play, look at this big hit from Demetrius Brown to stop the momentum. Hanover trying to push up, you could say. Second quarter now, Monarchs quarterback Caden Smith hitting William Johnson for 6. Extra point good to make it 7-6 Northside. On the next kickoff, it's Marquise Higgins back for Hanover to take it. Take a look at this, folks. He's going to find a lane here, get a burst of speed, and push through everybody across midfield. He would run this for more than 60 yards. Cats would score on that drive to go up 14-7. Monarchs wanted to punt next drive, but the bad snap means the punter's got to scramble and throw, trying to make something happen, but it's picked off to give Hanover good yardage for the next drive. A few plays end with this pass from Robles to Zymir Batts for the score. 21-7 Hanover at the half. And the final score here, the Wildcats also win for the first time this season. They improved to 1-1 with a 42-7 victory. They head back on the road next week to play at Pinecrest. Northside Jacksonville heads home next week, looking to get back to 500 against White Oak. Now let's head out to Whiteville at their Legion Stadium. A huge crowd enjoying the Pack's home opener. It's 21-7 Whiteville at the half, and they'll like this even more. First play of the second half, Luke Odom launches one and finds Will Fisher shaking off the defender. Trust me, folks, he's back there somewhere behind the ecstatic Pack sideline, and he scores. 75-yard touchdown makes it 28-7. Whiteville defense came to play against James Keenan. Shaquan Williams finds nowhere to go. Tackled for a big loss by Isaiah Baldwin. Then Stephen Stanley, too much butter on those fingers. Ball pounced on by Amari Best. Pack fired up. Ball going the other way. That's going to set up Odom rolling right, dumping it off to Cameron McKeevan, who sheds a tackle, gets some nice blocking for an easy stroll to a 29-yard touchdown to make it 35-7. Coach Price never satisfied. He wants more. Is he going to get it? Let's check it out from the 24. JT Todd takes the handoff, gets some nice blocking of his own, and he runs easily in for another 6. Whiteville just piling it on. coming out of the floodwaters for a 42-7 victory to improve to 3-0 on the season in non-conference play. They'll look to keep that rolling next week against powerhouse Clinton. James Keenan taking on East Bladen next week. Let's head to South Brunswick. Cougars taking on St. Paul's. Cougars with a loss last week after leading 30 at the half, looking to get some momentum back rolling at home this week. First quarter here, and it's St. Paul's with the ball. That's Theo Setzer looking to pass, and he hits Yoshuda McBride. He's going to run it all the way at the end of the day. It's a 49-yard touchdown. Extra point good to make it 7-0. They're going to run like that. I hope the referees got their stretching in as they take a little break right here during a timeout. Anyway, we're going to get a look at the South Brunswick offense right now. Jamison Prince, this kid is a stud. He hits Ethan Overton to even it up 7-7. Call him Ethan Eventon. Fourth down now for St. Paul's, and they're going to go for it right here. Let's see if it pays off. Setzer hands one off now to Yoshuda McBride. That's a touchdown. Makes it 14-7. South Brunswick trying to get something going before the end of the half. It's Prince going to air it out for Stephen Callaghan, but he can't come down with it. But don't worry, it would not matter for South Brunswick. They were able to come back and get the win 26-21. So they improved to 2-1 on the season, and that's in non-conference play. That's it for the Mid-Eastern Conference teams. For non-conference, they're going to get back to it on the 15th at New Hanover. Now let's head out to Bladen County. West Bladen's home opener taking on West Columbus. West Columbus quarterback has a pretty unique name. His name is Unique Kelly. And right here, he scrambles 44 yards on 3rd and long, and he finally gets the first down, and he keeps going. Finally taken down inside Knight territory. Sideline is hyped, but unfortunately, that drive would stall. Second quarter now, Knight's QB, Hunter Hester, throwing a nice ball right here to Travis Baxley. He hauls it in deep in Viking territory. A 41-yard pass that sets up this short field goal. West Bladen strikes first to make it 3-0. Middle of the second quarter, and it's Kelly again, this time looking to pass, but can't do it, and now he's running for his life. He's thinking about all I have to do is put it in Jalen Bellamy's hands, and he'll do the rest. Look at him fly by those defenders. A 74-yard house call to put West Columbus up 6-3. And check it out. He is celebrating on the sideline. West Columbus wins this one 27-14 to improve to 3-0 for the first time since the 1980s. 1985 for the Vikings. West Bladen lost 2 in a row. They fall to 1-2. They'll play East Columbus next week. I mentioned these teams were really hungry for action, and I know it's late, but I really hope that you're ready for a big bite of some more highlights and our top plays of the week. That's coming up. We'll be right back.